Good evening. Today is October the 18th, 2016. The Lawrence Board of Zoning Appeals is called to order at this time. Because our chair and our vice chair are not present, we'll need a motion for who's going to sit in the chair position, please.
I move this to Les Jaffe.
Second?
I second that.
Thank you. Anybody opposed? Celeste, if you could relocate for me.
In fact, our regular chairman. Just a sub. Just a sub.
And for clarification, that does mean Tara will be voting tonight, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I need a motion and a second for the approval of the minutes from September 20th, 2016. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
We need a motion and a second
Oh,
first.
it's kind of raised with
Also move.
a
Second.
second, sorry. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed by nay. Okay, thank you. If you have not done so, please sign in at the back of the room. Anyone wishing to speak tonight, please stand and raise your right hand. Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Do we have any special requests tonight?
We have one special request, petition 16 LSV 11 for 10301 Pendleton Pike. We received a request to withdraw this petition.
Thank you. Any continuances,
No, ma'am.
withdrawals, or waivers?
No, ma'am.
All right, the petitioner will be given 10 minutes. The remonstrator another 10. We'll hear from Mr. Callaway, Mr. Anthony, and the petitioner and remonstrators, if there were any, would each have a rebuttal time for 5 minutes. So without further ado, Mr. Petitioner.
Just for the record, this is cause number 16 LSV 12.
Yes.
My name is Cindy Thrasher. I'm here tonight representing Kurt Hostetler. He is the tenant that is Petals and Produce out on Pendleton Pike. We are requesting a variance of development standards. There's 3 different variances. One, to allow for a tent structure to remain pretty much year-round. They sell almost the whole season, all seasons. The second one, which that is only allowed to be a month without a variance. The second is for the setback. It sets right off Pendleton Pike, about 7.5 feet. The setback is supposed to be 40 feet. And then for the third variance, it is an accessory use issue. For the 99% rule, we were only allowed on the property, to have 1,370 square feet. And with this tent structure, it is at 7,811 square feet of accessory due to all the outbuildings for the nursery that's on that location. The tent has been there for 13 years. It hasn't been permitted. Mr. Hustler wasn't aware that there needed to be a permit to have a tent up. So now we're trying to get him in compliance with the city of Lawrence and Indianapolis.
Are there any questions?
So the square footage would cover several outbuildings? That's what
It's only 3,000 square foot.
Okay.
Yes, the tent itself is a 31 by 45 tent, and it's on an existing asphalt surface, and it just covers like the produce and where the employee works, just pretty much for the elements.
And you say it is there, like, would be there year-round? Excuse me.
Yes.
Year-round? Okay.
Yes.
We sell Christmas trees, then we about 1st of April, we open up with spring flowers.
I see a picture of a grid. This will be the new tent, and where is the old tent that I see in the picture?
That's
Is-
where
is it
it's
this-
the same tent.
Oh, it's the same tent?
Yeah, the tent has been there. He
So
just,
there's no new tent at
there's
all?
no new tent. We're just trying to legalize the existing tent. And this just shows you how the booths are set up underneath where the produce is sold.
Underneath the existing
The
tent?
existing tent, yes. Nothing's changing. It's been there.
So you're just trying to get what has been going on for 5 years?
Like 13
in
years.
compliance?
Yes.
And how
just
many years?
13.
Oh, 13. Oh.
Yes, and I didn't have any remonstrators or no negativity since it's been filed. So we're just wanting to
No.
legalize what's there already. Nothing's changing.
Yeah, I have to say, I drive by there often, and it always looks attractive, and you say, gee. yeah.
And they have beautiful flowers. I've purchased from there several
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah, he asked my question.
That was a little confusing.
Have you seen the recommendations from the city of Lawrence about agreeing that it would be kept in good repair?
Absolutely. I mean, it's important for me to keep it in great shape. I take a lot of pride in what we do there. And yes, I'd definitely be willing. I mean, I have to.
Okay,
I'm out of business.
Yeah, good business requires it.
yeah. I don't have any more.
Are there any remonstrators here this evening? Seeing none, I will ask Mr. Callaway to speak.
Yeah, thank you. We recommend approval of this request. The site was legally established by variance in 2002. As was indicated, they've had this tent up for quite a while. In looking at it, our staff didn't think that the tent was that intrusive or impactful in the surrounding area. Residential uses to the west are separated by Pendleton Pike and a raised railway line. Residential uses are also separated by a common area and a vacant commercial building to the southwest, and the manufactured park to the east is separated by landscaping and the design of the site, and so we don't see that has any impact aesthetically or any other way on the surrounding area. So we felt legally establishing it was reasonable. The setback didn't seem as that obtrusive because of the fence that is it's not a chain link fence, it's a decorative type metal fence, and so it actually adds some attractiveness to the frontage, and there are some trees and other things that block the view of the tent from various angles. So with all that, we felt that the setback was fine as well. So we do support the petition, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Larry, I may have one if you could help the board to understand as well. Should the petitioner move his business or go out of business, this would allow the tent to stay there even if he's not operating the business underneath it?
No, the tent is for this produce, for this commercial nursery. It's part of the commercial nursery variance. It's just an add-on to that commercial nursery variance. If the nursery goes away, the tent goes away. It's only related to this commercial nursery.
Unless another nursery were to move in.
Right, if a different nursery, that variance is permanent, this variance is permanent, but they're related to each other. It's not a tent for anything else.
Okay.
Do you think that adding to the commitment language, do you think it might satisfy your concern if it says, because the petitioner, you're asking the petitioner to agree that the tent structure be kept in good repair. If they're not going to be there, then clearly he can't do that should he close the business. But I'm wondering where it says in the event the structure should fall into disrepair or the business closes, perhaps, that might, just adding that extra language there may satisfy any ambiguity that might be perceived.
That was really the crux of what I wanted the board to consider, is whether it needed to have additional language and a commitment to handle the potential of the business moving or going out.
All right, then, thank you, Mr. Callaway. Mr. Anthony?
Thank you. The city is in agreement with DMD staff reports finding, recommending approval of this request, subject to the commitment about if the tent falls into disrepair, that it would be either repaired, replaced, or taken down immediately. And again, with running with this particular business, it would just apply to this nursery.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
There being no need for rebuttal, we're ready to proceed to voting
Okay.
on case number 16, LSV 12.
With the commitment that the petitioner agrees that the tent structure will be kept in good repair, and in the event the structure should fall into disrepair or the business closes, the petitioner agrees to undertake necessary repair, replacement, or removal of the tent structure immediately.
That's acceptable, that
Yes.
closing word.
Absolutely.
The petition has been approved.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. And thanks for your wording that.
There being no further business, the meeting of the Lawrence Board of Zoning Appeals is adjourned.
Just makes it a little stronger.
Yeah.